All right. Welcome back to No Filter MMA. This is your boy BJ back with another post-fight video short, man. So Natalia Silva defeats Alexa Grasso. Didn't see that one coming like that, but it kind of played out, in one of the possibilities in my head that I thought, and it was just like the same thing that we've seen from Natalia Silva. Like, it's the same thing, her just, hopping around and, throwing stuff, and it's effective. I get it. It's effective. Maybe it's just not the most aesthetically pleasing, but it's just like, I don't know, man. She just, it's a lot of hopping around, a lot of dancing around, and if she can keep that, if it's her style, it's her style, and if she can keep that up and not gas, then, it is what it is. That's just going to be her style. Maybe I'm the one that needs to accept that, but Alexa Grasso just could not catch her. Like Alexa Grasso with, her lack of footwork, it was just a bad clash of styles. Styles make matchups, and Alexa Grasso is a more stationary fighter, and when being forced to move like that, it just wasn't fitting for Alexa Grasso. It was a good win for Natalia Silva. Natalia did what Natalia does. She skitties around the octagon, and she lands her combinations. She darts in and out, and it's effective. But that's really kind of all of what we're seeing from Natalia Silva. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I just feel like I can't shake this gut feeling, and I feel like she needs to show us more. I'm not telling her to be reckless and be more stationary, but show us something else. Like, not show us something else, but show us more. Show us some power. I want to see some power. Because, she landed some good shots on Grasso, but it wasn't anything that shook Grasso. I think she knocked Grasso down one time, landed a couple good head kicks, but she's not planted enough to really knock anybody out, I feel like. I feel like Grasso was there for her to finish, and she just never took advantage of it. Because she was too busy hopping around, And Grasso was doing a good job, being patient and coming in with that double and triple jabs. She was snapping Natalia Silva's head back with that jab, though. Grasso did land a good couple, had some good entries with the jabs, a few times in this fight, man. But then I could just, by round 3, Grasso was just, frustrated, man. Grasso was coming forward, throwing those combos, those big looping combos, trying to catch Natalia Silva, and a couple times she did catch her, but it was too few and far between for it to really add up. And, Natalia Silva just skidded around, side to side. That's what she did the whole fight, Like I said, I can't be mad at what she does. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. It's just something about the way she fights. It's just weird to me. It's like she's afraid to mix it up. She's afraid to get dirty in there. She wants the fight to be very clean. And like I said, if it works for her, then don't change a thing about what you're doing. I just feel like Natalia Silva, if somebody can make it, somebody's going to have to make it dirty with Natalia Silva. Somebody's going to have to stop all of that movement. Somebody's going to have to attack her legs. And Grasso just wasn't throwing enough kicks, man. Grasso wasn't attacking the legs. She wasn't attacking the body, trying to slow. But then again, she couldn't catch her. I guess she couldn't catch her. So it just is what it is. There was nothing that Grasso could really do, to really land on Natalia Silva the way she wanted to. Natalia is great at that lateral movement and footwork. Like, she's got some really good footwork. I just want to see her get a little more dirtier, get a little more grittier, commit a little bit more, ground herself so she can really land those big shots, because all her shots are coming from her upper body. All her shots are being thrown from her upper body because she's bouncing all the time. Like, I want to see her plant and hit somebody. I want to see her plant and rock somebody. That's why we haven't seen that, because that's what she hasn't planted herself in the last 3 or 4 fights. She's just been hopping around the whole time. But maybe that's just me, but it was a solid win. Don't get me wrong. It was a solid win last night over the number one contender and former champion. So maybe it's her time to fight. But I'm going to tell you this, though. She can't do that against Valentina Shevchenko. She cannot do that against Valentina Shevchenko. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about Natalia Silva defeating Alexa Grasso. Maybe Alexa Grasso versus Manon Fior is a possibility. Alexa Grasso versus Jazz Davicius is a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they'll make the Manon versus Jazzy fight, or maybe somebody on the return like Casey O'Neill that's ranked, can get in there and could be a tune-up fight for Alexa Grasso and an opportunity to jump, for somebody like Casey O'Neill or the winner of Rose and Maverick. Like, there's a few opportunities here for people in the division, that's looking to come back and looking to rise up, to fight Alexa Grasso and try to handle her third loss in a row. But I think Grasso really I think she needs some time to really, get back into the swing of it, man, and really prepare herself, for these different styles, because nobody's the same at flyweight. Nobody's the same. You can't fight everybody the same at flyweight because everybody's not the same. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And we'll go from there. But anyways, guys, let me know how you feel about this fight. This is your boy BJ back from No Filter MMA. Drop those comments in the comment section. Hit that like, hit that dislike, and if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and your boy is out.